Have you ever noticed how quiet some people suddenly become online? No posts, no stories, no updates, and almost automatically the assumption kicks in. They fell off. They gave up. They're lost. But here's something most people never stop to question. Sometimes disappearing online isn't a sign of failure. Sometimes it's the first sign of real progress. We live in a world where visibility feels like value. If you're not posting, not sharing, not updating, it feels like you're falling behind. I've felt that pressure too. That urge to stay visible, even when you're tired. To post something, anything, just to prove you're still doing something with your life. And when you stop posting, there's this quiet fear in the background. What if people forget me? What if I'm wasting time? What if I'm actually failing? But real growth doesn't look impressive while it's happening. It looks boring. It looks slow. It looks invisible. Think about it. When you're genuinely trying to improve your life, learning discipline, building a skill, fixing habits, recovering from burnout, you don't have extra energy for performance. Progress demands focus, and focus doesn't survive constant noise, scrolling, comparing, explaining yourself, reacting to everyone else's timeline. So naturally, something has to go. And most of the time, it's social media. Not because social media is evil, but because attention is limited and serious growth is expensive. This is where most people get stuck. They open their phone and see others posting wins, achievements, happy moments, milestones. Meanwhile, they're quiet, struggling, restarting, trying again. And the mind whispers, everyone else is ahead. I'm behind in life. I should be doing more, or at least showing more. But what you're comparing is process versus highlights. You don't see the burnout behind constant posting. You don't see the debt behind flashy lifestyles. You don't see the emptiness behind validation addiction. Silence doesn't mean stagnation. Sometimes it means someone finally stopped running in circles. When people disappear online, they're often doing things that don't get likes. They're fixing their sleep. They're learning consistency the hard way. They're reading instead of reacting. They're sitting with uncomfortable thoughts instead of numbing them. They're building skills that won't pay off immediately. This phase isn't glamorous. There's no applause, no instant feedback, just repetition, doubt, small improvements no one claps for. And that's exactly why most people can't stay there. Because silence forces you to face yourself. No audience, no distractions, no shortcuts, only effort. Here's the part nobody talks about. When you stop broadcasting your life, you stop performing it. You make decisions for progress, not approval. You move slower but straighter. You stop chasing motivation and start building systems. You realize something powerful. You don't need everyone to understand your path. You just need to stay on it. That quiet discipline compounds. And one day, the results show up. Not as posts, but as confidence, as clarity, as momentum that doesn't depend on attention. If you're in a quiet phase right now, use it intentionally. Stop explaining yourself. You don't owe updates to anyone. Pick one offline goal, one habit, one skill, one routine you can commit to for the next 30 days. Track your progress privately. Write it down, measure it, but don't post it. Let the work change you before you show it. Because real confidence doesn't announce itself. It shows up differently. So if you've been feeling invisible, unmotivated, or like you've fallen behind because you're quiet online, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what am I building that doesn't need an audience yet? Silence isn't failure. Sometimes it's focus. Tonight, try this. Put your phone down 1 hour earlier. Do one small thing your future self will thank you for. No posting, no proof, just progress. Let's build quietly and let the results speak later.